Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be finally sharing this vlog with you. I went back home to the States for Christmas and New Year's and it was the best. I spent a lot of time with my family, went to many bookstores. Oh my gosh, that's my dog barking in the background. My new puppy, which you'll see in this vlog. But anyway, we'll get to that. The first thing I had to do was get coffee with my dad, and then my mom and sister and I got our nails done. It was a treat for my mom, and I really needed it. Look so fierce. Okay, I'm obsessed with my nails. Can you see that? And being home, honestly, the best thing, besides for my family, is the gluten-free double stuffed Oreos. And I have to show you, I was a little bit hangry and moody flying in yesterday. I was awake for 24 hours, so Christian at Chicago Airport treated me to a new Starbucks mug. I also came home and received 2 Christmas presents from Brittany Allen's channel. I am so excited to read this. She actually heard on one of my lives that I didn't have the sequel because it doesn't come out until the UK until June, and she's like, I'm just gonna send it to you. And literally it's made my whole day. So I've literally come to America to find 2 books waiting for me. So thank you so much, Brittany. Honestly, so excited. This is from Claire Sager. I can't recall exactly what it's about at the moment, but this is the sequel to The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which is one of my favorite all-time books of the year. And I'm so excited. I'll tell you a little bit more about these later. That's my dog. Poppet, come here. Do you want to say hi? Poppet's 15 years old. And she still runs around like a baby. You're so cute. Do you want to show everyone your alligator? Wow. Oh my goodness. You're so good at squeaking. Get it, get it. Papa even has her own dedicated tree. I mean, how amazing is that? Today is Christmas Eve, so I think we're gonna do a lot of cooking and then go to church. But right now, before I get ready, I'm going to start this book. I've read the sequel. I've read the prequel this morning, and it's, my heart already. One of the best male love interests literally ever written. So I'm going to start this and eat my Oreos. My parents always have glass Cokes in the fridge, so I drank many and ate a lot of my dad's homemade cookies and drank many of alcoholic beverage on Christmas. I love America and our drive-thrus. Caramelicious. It's good. I like glasses.
Thank you. I usually wear them in the summer or when I wear something like this. And then I have, they look great with my coat.
Mom and I got Scooter's Coffee, which is a really good shop in Southern Illinois. And then I begged her to take me to Michael's because I want all the goodies to make my own reading journal this year. I specifically want an art, sketchbook, so the paper is really thick, and had to get all the pretty paper and washi. They're I might get a couple of pieces. Oh yeah, maybe I'll get one of those. I'll get a couple of fun.
To get these and then I'll put my journal page on them, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking because I'll just kind of collage a reading journal, and then I can just kind of cut some of these up, and if it goes with one of the books, then I can have a little corner.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. I always wondered how people made these. Look how detailed they are.
I think people who made them on their own without a kit.
I know. You know what time it is. It's Barnes time. Like a passenger princess, I was carried in a carriage through the snow to my favorite store in the entire world. I parted ways with Christian. Bye. And made my way to the fantasy section. They have a huge fantasy and romance section now. Clearly inspired by TikTok. I really want to read the series, but there's only books 4 and 6 here. I don't know. What am I looking for? I don't even know. I mean, look at that cover. Just look at this shelf. Like, all steamy books. But it mixes fantasy and contemporary romance. And like, I didn't know what I was looking for. I also am like really into Scottish Highland romances, and I want to buy all of them, but like I didn't. I don't need to pay full price for these. I'm sure I can find them at like a secondhand store. Apparently this book is really good, but I need to finish the first one. Maybe I'll get it. Also, do I pick this one? Because everyone thinks it's really good. Yeah, so I carried around Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies for an hour, and I did not end up buying it. Should I get it?
Yeah. It was very good.
Yeah, my mom read Spinning Silver, and she loved it. It would match, because I have this one. I have this copy of Uprooted. But then she didn't do anything about this. Yeah, maybe I'll pick it up. She won't I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for. I have no plan of attack. So good. I want the sails.
I feel like I keep getting just like you come close to the camera and it's just like the top of your head.
Christian obviously just went for the puzzles and the games and the cars. And oh god, okay. So Barnes always had 50% off all hardbacks after Christmas, but this year it was only 30% off. And my Barnes was so picked over. You can see it's really busy in here. It was not a calm, relaxing environment. There was a lot of screaming. I didn't know. I didn't know what I was looking for. I wanted to read this. I saw Chanel's book. She's a big booktuber over the last 15 years. She wrote a Outlander fan fiction.
Oh.
Like inspired by Outlander. Yeah, maybe I read this one.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Isn't that really pretty? I love that.
One of the worst books that I've ever read. I still have like no idea what I'm looking for, because usually I come here and I'm like, oh, I need to get UK, or I need to get USA editions, or like books that are not sold in the UK, but like I'm not like seeing anything that's calling out to me. Like a lot of this is a horrible book. Horrible book. I don't recommend. Death is my BFF. Looks promising. A Wattpad novel. Oh.
How pretty is that? Pretty this is. I don't know what these novels are, but like, how pretty that is.
Oh, Edith Wharton's a famous author.
I assume.
She did.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty. You know, I did read Jane Eyre.
I got it for you when you were a child, but I think I got you a kid's version.
Yeah, and then we had to read it in honors British literature my senior year of high school.
It's one of my favorite all-time books. I'm rereading it right now.
Maybe you need this edition.
Oh, I do like
This
that.
is pretty.
Look at this copy of Emma.
Oh, that's pretty as
I
well.
love that.
I love Emma. Shout out to my mom for following me around the store for an hour with a camera and then immediately taking me to Target because I was needing to make the rounds. I have to hit up all the stores, so naturally Target was the next stop. It was also pretty disappointing. It was a lot of really popular TikTok books that I'm not interested in personally. I do like this cover though, but it's not for me. This is cute. I did read this. It's a nice fluffy one, but I don't know. Filthy Rich Vampire. Might need to look into this one. Science fiction book. Haven't heard of it, but I'm very intrigued. This whole section is like really smutty, like really, really smutty books. These are dark taboo, dark villain stories. Like this one is about Captain Hook hooking something in, you know?
Upstairs, be careful.
A few days later, we got dinner with my parents in St. Louis, and there's a really big Barnes & Noble at this mall, and I was like, okay, second time, maybe the charm, let's shoot our shot. It's really big. There were a lot of books that I hadn't seen before, and I didn't have a ton of time to browse because they were closing in like 15 minutes. But again, all of the hardbacks were not ones that I'm interested in. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Wow, that's really cute. I literally have to tell myself that I do not need a 10th copy of these books. Okay, it's not all bad news because I still had a third store to go to, obviously Books A Million, and arguably my favorite bookstore because it's so big. There are always good sales, and this was their mega sale, so I was like, okay, this is the jackpot. This is where I'm gonna find everything that I want. But really, all of the young adult fiction, I had already read all the books I was interested in. None of the adult fantasy or the new adult fantasy was on sale, which is my genre. So that was disappointing. So I spent a lot of time just browsing everything else. Like there were a lot of books on sale, but I was just like grumpy because nothing that I really wanted was a part of that sale, and I could just buy them back home in England. I didn't need to like lug them across, you know, the ocean. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? If I had kids, I would totally get this, and I debated getting it, and I don't have kids. But I literally spent probably 90 minutes picking out books and was like, okay, let's go get a frappuccino. They serve these Harry Potter themed beverages, and we're just gonna sit down and go through the books and decide like what I really want to get and bring across with me back home. This was really pretty, but it didn't have good reviews on Goodreads, which always makes me a little bit nervous. I went back to the shelves, thought maybe I didn't see what I was looking for, and this worker was like totally judging me filming myself looking at the books. But girl's gotta do what she's gotta do in the bookstore, you know? I spent hours last night building this, and her legs are not even. So I have to restart the whole thing. Christian and I redesigned my mom's Harry Potter collection. We're building a few missing sets, but can you see where we get it from? This is not even all of it. This is just what we chose to have on display. Mom is building Grimald Place and like some advent calendars. She has like so many sets that she hasn't built and got to yet. But look how cute this Santa one is. I don't know where they got this. Oh, it spins. Does that one spin? Not really. Look at these Harry Potter Hershey bars. Apparently you collect 12 of them. I don't know if they're still out, but I'm so excited to be having these.
About 6 people leave my Patreon running and screaming, so I will show those books at the end of the video.
Good morning. I am back in England and I don't know what time or day it is. I'm pretty sure I've been here for 2 days, but it might be a day and a half. I'm completely jet lagged. The fact that I've made myself a full breakfast situation before 8 a.m. is wild. I usually don't eat until like the middle of the day, which is so unhealthy, but I've been up since 5 a.m. for the past 2 days-ish. I don't know, I'm so off right now, but I have a really nice breakfast this morning, and after I eat it, I'm going to share with you some of the books that I got at Books A Million. I haven't had a chance to share that with you. I'm also like really sick, so that's great. Great way to start off the new year is by being ill, but I want to share the books I got with you from Books A Million. I was like a little bit disappointed by the book selection at Barnes and Target and Books A Million, so I got books from all 3 places, but I just like didn't see anything that like really called out to me like a ton, but they are fun, and I will now have a couple I can throw in to my TBR for the new year, and these are books that I hadn't heard of before, so I'm gonna eat my breakfast, maybe read a little bit of The Ashes and The Star-Cursed King. I have 200 pages left of this book. I read 400 pages on the plane back to the US because I couldn't sleep, so yeah, I'll maybe finish this book this week, and it'll be the first book that I finished for 2024. So remember when I said I was going to show you those books? Well, I sat down to read a chapter of this right after breakfast, and I fell asleep for 4 hours. Clearly I need it. Clearly, it's now almost 2 o'clock. So let me show you the final books that I got from Books A Million. All right, down here somewhere. Where are they? I have other books that I brought back from America, but I'll do like a separate haul for those. These are just like the shopping books. Here's one. This is called Beguile by the author. I can't see her name because it's blocked out by my bargain price sticker. That was my thing going to Books A Million. Getting books on sale. I didn't want to pay anything full price. They had a big 50% off everything sale, but it wasn't 50% off everything. It was 50% off things that I wasn't interested in. None of the adult fantasy was on sale. This is a YA book. It doesn't have the highest rating on Goodreads because I did look it up, but I love the cover. She's kind of witchy and has like blood coming down, and there's some like, I don't know, some thread or something happening here. And it's a fae book, but it's like historical fiction with Celtic mythology. It's about a young weaver named Ella whose entire livelihood depends on her loom. And then like a drop of her blood and some things happen, and it's all Celtic, which I think is really cool. I haven't read a book like that in a very long time. So that's the first one. And then I only got one more, and I felt unsure about this purchase, but my mom said, Ragan, just get it. So I did. And that is a book that I didn't know existed, and it's called Morgan, I don't know how you say it, The Beginning of the Remnant Universe by Mary E. Pearson. This is a novella, and I actually own all 5 books in the Remnant world. I read the first 2 because the first one's called The Kiss of Deception, and that book was so popular, and I feel like I didn't read it when it was at its highest popularity, so I was like always wanting to read that book, and I read it, and like it was fun because you don't know, it's like a love triangle, and you don't know which one is the assassin and which one is the prince that wants to marry her, and like the whole time you don't know, so that was cool. The second book was okay. There's a lot of like religious fantasy in this, which can either be really hit or miss for me, and it was a miss in this one for me personally, so I haven't continued on with The Beauty of Darkness, which is the 3rd book. And I do actually own Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves, which is the duology set in this world, but this one takes place beforehand, and like it's really short. There's some nice illustrations. I feel like I could read this very easily. Ooh, there's pictures, like full colored pictures. So I might this year go back to the Remnant Chronicles and either finish the 3rd one or let me know if you think I should just skip the third one and just do the duology, because like I said, I own both of them and I don't know if I can skip the third one to go into that duology, but I have this to complete that whole universe. So these were those two. And then I'm pretty sure I told you about my Target books. I got Starbringer, which is actually something I'm very excited for. I'm having like a science fiction moment, and this is very science fiction meets fantasy in my head, so I'm excited about this one. Spinning Silver I got at Barnes & Noble. Oh yeah, Breaking Time I got at Barnes & Noble. Were those the only books I bought? So I only buy one from Target? I might have. Wow, yeah, I only purchased like 5 books. But I was gifted several for Christmas. So I will include those in an upcoming haul. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed spending some time with me traveling and just living life. Like, nothing special, but it was such an amazing time being back home with my family. And actually tomorrow I'm picking up my new puppy, which I was gifted by my mom and dad for Christmas. So thank you, Mom and Dad. I'm so excited. We got rid of the Christmas tree last night and we have her whole little section over there. I'm so excited. I still need to pick out a name, and I literally pick her up in like 23 hours. Anyway, I'm glad I got my sleep in now before I go pick her up, because I don't think I'll be sleeping anytime in the foreseeable future. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I love you. I'll see you in another video very soon. Drop a, what do you want to drop? Oh yeah, drop a puppy emoji down below if you made it to the end of this video. I love you. Goodbye.
How am I supposed to do any reading? I have 20 pages left of this book, and it's a 5-star read, favorite of all time. But I can't do anything because I have little Rhaenyra chewing on her lamb.
Favorite of all time?
Yeah, this series, amazing. She's doing something interesting where there's 2 books in the duology with a little novella between, but then there's going to be like 8 books in total, but they're following different characters, so it's kind of interesting.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.